gate right now. Moto number 1, A Pros. In the gate, Todd Slavic, Dave Pearson, Eric Roop, Todd Blazer, Sean Texas, and Travis Chiprez.
Okay, stand up. Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Gates down in the 1986 Grand Nationals. Inside, look at them go. It looks like it's going to be Pearson from the outside, grabbing the lead on Eric Roop. It's going to be Pearson and Roop, 1 and 2 as they go into the second corner. Chiprez gets trapped as Texas makes his dive. They work it into pro corners now, and Roop takes a smooth jump, bites the lead away from Pearson as they go to the final corner. Chiprez trying to hold off Texas. Texas gets by again. They come down to the finish line now, and it looks like it will be Eric Roop, David Pearson, no, Sean Texas, then Pearson, and then Chiprez and Slavic Harris, David Campbell, and Pete Longkirovich.
Head them up. Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Grand Nationals in full swing now. Oh, looks like Miranda blew the gate on the inside. Shanity trying to hold off Hill. Hill gets by from the outside. Campbell trying to move up into third. Harris trying to keep him back. Pistol Pete coming back from the back of the pack. Onto the second corner now, looking down the inside straightaway. It is still Greg, Redline, Hill in control through the pro jump as they work their way now into the final corner. It looks like Redline's Greg Hill in control of matters. Nelson Chanity in the second spot, Matt Harris, and then Pete Longkirovich, Spanky Campbell, and Mike Miranda. Mike Paulson, Stu Thompson, Kenny Amon, Tommy Brackens, and Hans Nissen.
Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Third gate down, out they come. Brackens inside, Ellis outside. It's the GT breakaway one more time. Into the second corner. Brackens hanging on to that lead. Ellis right on his case. Hans Nissen back there in the third spot. And he coming from Kenny Amon trying to sneak his way into fourth. Down into the third corner now they go, and it's still Brackens in control of things with Ellis right behind him. The GT stereo team working their way to the finish line. It looks like Ellis wants a chunk of first, comes after him at the line.
Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Whoa, one down in the gate. Looks like Patrick Pinnett. It looks like it's going to be number 12 out in front. That's going to be James Johnson out of Rodney Johnson out of Georgia, which says James on the sheet. Sports cycle rider doing it in front. Behind him now looks like it's going to be the number 91 of Bruce Bagley. It is Johnson. Bagley gets a little bit loose down there in pro jumps, and he can't get through it. So it looks like Rodney Johnson out of Georgia for Sports Cycle is in control. Cover boy, bicycle stinger rider. Moto number 5, more B Pros. Look at this. We got 3 wide coming out from the outside. It looks like Lanthorn trying to get through the pack, but it is going to be the number 93 of Michael Long out of California, flying the Kuahara colors. Hazel had second for a second or two, got a little bit of heat from Woods on the outside. As they go into the pro jumps now, things get a little bit tight. It's now Hazel coming back. Long trying to hang on as they work their way out of the corner. It is the number 29 of James Hazel coming back, and he'll take the win. It looks like we've got Jay Hamby flying the all-black colors out there for Sundance, out in front of Moto number 6. Hamby has a little heat coming from Bill Madden. Madden didn't get the jump quite as clean as he did in practice. Madden got a wild number plate out there, says speed plate all over it. Could be the hot new item in BMX. It can be Madden 1 and 2 with Rob Beam in the third spot. It'll be just that way, it looks like, as we go to Moto number 7 now. It is B Pros and it is CW's John Anderson out in front. Behind him is Tim Kakura. Eddie Simo in the third spot for Hardy's out there. So you've got John Anderson on the CW Turbo Kid himself. Timmy Kakura's riding a Fresh Hour jersey back there in the second spot. And it looks like it's going to be Simo running down third. It looks like they're spread out far enough that we don't have to worry about that finish much longer. The girl pros now. Moto number 8 ladies coming out of the gate. Kathy Shackle from the outside. Got Williver inside and Spaven outside. Try to get around as they work their way down the inside straightaways now. It is still Fluffy out in front. Kathy Shackle, Tammy Williver, Tammy Spaven, and then Barbara Heigl in the fourth spot with Jenny Zuner trying to close the gap. Down into the final corner. Looks like Shackle's going to build it up. I don't know if Williver's going to catch her this time, but Spaven's working on Williver now for the third. They come down toward the finish line, and it will be Shackle for the win. Let's go to moto number 9, last gate, girl pros. And look at this, Gabby Behe, Robin DJ 1 and 2. It is Behe really pulling it out for Columbus win. Cool Tools, Robin DJ running in the second spot. Tedesco gets by. She'll grab off the third. It looks like Robertson back there in the fourth. Grid Play, one of today's sponsor, moves by, gets into the third spot. It will be Behe out in front. Let's go to moto number 10, 15-year-old cruiser class. And that looks like it's going to be Brad Birdwell back in the far corners out in front. Birdwell for Team Murray. Jolly Rancher kicks this one home, and he'll take the win. Moto number 11 now, more 15-year-old cruiser class riders out there, and it looks like we've got out in front. That's got to be Michael Crehan out of Florida, pouring it to the coals right now as he works his way in. Matt Stone, another sports cycle rider out there, running down second spot. Going to get a little heat as he comes home. Stone's going to have to work to hang on. He's back on the crank. Uh-oh, judges get to make the call. We go to Ben McManus and Chris Backus doing a two-man duel in moto number 12. This is 15-year-old cruiser class. McManus for premium in control right now, but it looks like Backus has got the afterburners charged now as he gets by. It will be Backus and then McManus, 1 and 2 with Ronnie Rio taking the third spot. Let's go to moto number 13, and it says 15-year-old cruiser class. Looks like Rick Salumi out of Massachusetts. Uh-oh, Salumi got in a little bit loose, can't find his crank, and getting by, it's going to be Ryan Drott out of New York. So it is Drott now with the win, built it up big time, and he'll take it. Moto number 14, 15-year-old cruisers, that's Bernard Gant from the Stack Attack team. Eagle Stack rider doing it in the front of the herd as he goes through the final corner. Bernard Gant looking good as he takes this one home. That spot looks like Dion Worley out of California. Let's go to moto number 15. This is more 15-year-old cruisers. The Knight Express doing it out in front for Funway. Carrie Knight. Behind him, it'll be Paul Preston. It'll be Carrie Knight. Wooden Wheels, Paul Preston, 1 and 2. Third spot looks like it's going to be Richard Pointer out of Georgia for Sports Cycle. Carrie Knight on the gas right now. I'd like to get a perfect today. Never hurts nothing to get a perfect in the Grand, does it? You can only do it if you start out with the lead. And Carrie Knight says, uh-oh, relax. Prestis gets by on the inside. Prestis, Knight, 1 and 2. Well, we need somebody. It looks like we need Bill Zinzar. Report to Lori Burnett in staging, please. Bill Zinzar to Lori Burnett in staging. Well, we got a little switching around. It was Jeremy Thompson for a while, and it looks like Brian Persinger got by on the outside. This is moto number 16. It is still 15-year-old cruisers. But Billy Norman, the DK rider, comes from third, charges out in front, grabs his nose, and it looks like he's going to put it in the front to take the win. It looks like we have Raymond Rogers out of Florida. This moto number 17 coming through. It is number 50. Well, that must be Rogers because it's the only one that's a 50-something, right? Raymond Rogers out of Florida, down the backside, has about 3 riders all in a row standing behind him waiting for lightning to strike. Rogers says, not this trip. I want this one in the bag, and he's going to take it home. Moto number 18. It looks like we got Michael Russo out of Florida out in front. Russo getting some heat now. It looks like the number 93 of Dustin Easter out of West Virginia slides into the second spot. It'll be Russo and Easter 1 and 2 in it now out of the final corner. Russo doesn't look like he's going to run into too much trouble. He's going to coast this one home. Easter settles for the second. We're into moto number 19 now. This is 14-year-old cruisers, and it looks like we've got Christopher Willis out in front on the outside. Willis getting some heat on the inside, and somebody just strokes it by. Willis now sits back in the second spot. It looks like we've got a number. Is there a 47 down there someplace? Must be an 87. Nathan Allen out of Virginia. Well, we're cleaning up the first turn a little bit, and it'll fall down, go boom action. I get to catch my shot, but not for long. And moto number 20 breaks its way out of the gate. Looks like Shan Hatfield puts his nose right to the front. That's putting it to the grindstone. Hatfield in control. Behind him now looks like Christopher Smith. It'll be Hatfield and Chris Smith, 1 and 2 as they work their way down the inside. Don't get confused. Make sure you take the right straightaway, dude.
Watch the light.
Kevin Pear in the third spot right now for WP. He's got some heat coming. Pear got Josh Martino working on him. Martino's got all he can handle from the fifth place right around the outside. Shan Hatfield stays out of trouble. He'll work this one home, and he'll take the win. Let's go to moto number 21 now. More 14-year-old cruiser class riders. Looks like out in front this will be Toad Todd Lyons out of Ohio for the Whitman's Bike Shop with Dan Leinert right behind him as they come out of the final corner. It'll be Lyons and Leinert 1 and 2 as they work their way home. We go to moto number 22. Still in the 14-year-old cruiser class, and it looks like flying the FD colors will be Brian Lopes out of California. Lopes in control out of the final corner. Hangs on to about 10 bike lengths as he stretches this one home. It'll be Ricky Galasso out of Rhode Island. Reeling in the second spot. We'll go to moto number 23. More 14-year-old cruisers with Steve Smith, another Whitman's rider, out in front. Behind Smith, it looks like we've got Parnell, Haley, and Texan doing a number on the rest of the pack. It'll be Smith and Haley, 1 and 2 in it through the rollers down there in the final corner. They take it toward the finish line. Smith running into no trouble. Haley running into no trouble. So we'll go to moto number 24, 14-year-old cruisers again, and we'll put the original Snack Attack out in front. This will be Robert Lindcourt doing it into the second or third or whatever corner that is. Boy, is he building it up. Nick Freeman, the tricky guy, doing it behind him in the second spot. So you've got Lindcourt and Freeman 1 and 2. Uh-oh, Joe Spurrier takes this one out in front for Cyclecraft. It is Spurrier leading it down the inside straightaway. Behind Spurrier, it looks like we got Mark Unger out of Pennsylvania. The Norco rider must be Greg Fournier doing it back there in the third spot. Joe Spurrier bringing this one home. He'll take the win as long as he can keep the wheels turning in the right direction. So let's go to the next moto, which is number 26, and we got Jeremy Rutkowski out of Pennsylvania, out in front of Harry Kingery. Rutkowski, Kingery 1 and 2. Looks like it's going to be Aaron Hino back there flying the JRP colors in the third spot. Moto number 27 works their way already into the second corner. This is 13-year-old cruisers, and we got Russell Ainsworth out in front. Ainsworth getting a little heat out there. They're too tight to call. It might be James LaBelle in the second spot. Vitale just got the move put to him by Brandon Spike, who moves up into the third spot. As they take this one home, no changes. We'll go to moto number 28. Put David Milham out in front of Matt Ernest out of Georgia. It is another Eagle Snack rider out in front. David Milham bringing this one home. Looks like he's not going to run into too much sweat, so we'll go to more 13-year-old cruisers. Put Brian Norris out in front for Whitman's Bike Shop. He's got Chris O'Driscoll right behind him. It is Norris O'Driscoll running this one down 1 and 2. Sam Martino trying to get through the herd to get in the hunt. Brian Norris riding out of Michigan for Whitman's Bike Shop takes this one to the outside, gets a little heat on the inside, but he smooths out the jump, and he'll take this one home. Mark Bashardi out there now doing a number.
Riders in ready.
Bashardi looking pretty good as he works his way towards the finish line. Michael Frazier out of Kentucky back there in the second spot. It's Bashardi, Frazier, and then Chad Roop running down the third. Let's go to moto number 31, more 13-year-old cruiser class out of Florida. Mike Hale taking this one out in front. Hale looking pretty good right now. Behind him, it looks like Michael Loudman out of Kentucky. It'll be Hale and Loudman now. Loudman says, I can get you, guy, and he's going to try it on the outside. Loudman squeezes his way through, grabs off the lead, and puts Hale back there in the second spot. Let's go to moto number 32 now, 13-year-old cruiser class, the Centurion, riding for Columbus. Win, that is Andrew Zoll out in front of Roland Pavlik out of Ohio. NC Soul down into the final corner. He's got, who was that guy? Roland Pavlik back there in the second spot. And now it looks like Soul's going to be able to cruise it home to take this one in. We go to moto number 33, 10 to 12-year-old cruiser class. Hot class out here right now. And it looks like number 36 out in front has got to be Bernard Lay. Lay looking good off that third corner. He's got a little bit of heat. This moto gets stretched out like a John Philip Sousa March. It looks like Bernard Lay's going to take this one home. Second spot. I couldn't pick up the number. Whoa, look at the wacky wonder of Cyclocraft kicking the turbos as he takes the lead on Shelby James. It is Cyclocraft and Profile, but here comes James to the inside as they go for style and air at the same time. James gets by on the inside. Now the backer is going to try to return the favor. They get it off the final corner now, stretching this one home. It is Shelby James out in front, but now here comes the backer as they go to the finish line. It'll be James and then the backer. Moto number 34, still 10 and 12-year-old cruiser class riders. Out in front of this one, it looks like we've got number 09. 09 is moto 35. That's why I don't have it. And that'll be Christopher Anderson. And where did he get the speed? As he has built up about 8 bike lengths by the final corner. Anderson's going to take this one home. Let's go, trying to hang on in the back. As they go now into moto number 36, we've got Stephen Moden out in front. Behind both looks like we've got Jim Embry riding for Columbus Schwinn. It is Moden and Embry. Oh, and then it looks like behind Embry, I missed the number. I guess I'll just have to tell you about Moden and Jimmy Embry in the first 2 spots. And we'll go to moto number 37. This is 10 to 12-year-old cruiser class again. And the guy out of the CW stable who gets from the coupe to the track. This is Chicken George Sievers. Sipong Wong Puman hanging on to the second spot right now. It'll be George Sievers and Sipong Wong Puman.
You ready? Watch the light.
38 out, we're back in action. 10-12 cruiser class coming out from the middle gate position, number 27G. That has got to be Jimmy Gnecco out of New Jersey. Gnecco doing it now with Harry Devitt out of Wisconsin behind him. It'll be Necco and Devitt, 1 and 2. Devitt coming after Necco on the outside. In the third spot now, looks like number 39. That'll be Edward Freed from New Jersey. Necco hanging on right now. Devitt slides back about a half a bike length out of the fourth corner. He gets that back in more as he comes after him at the line. But Necco kicks it back. It'll be Necco with the win. Devitt in the second spot. And we'll go to motor number 39. Looks like Chase Digit out of Pennsylvania getting it out in front. Digit got a lot of heat on both sides. It looks like trying to get after him is Brad Cashwell from the outside. And it looks like the other side will be Justin Green. It'll be Green sliding up into the second spot as they get it to the final corner. Down toward the finish line now, it will be Chase Digit, Justin Green, 1 and 2.
We need George Haupt's son to see Bob Tedesco in the infield. George Haupt's son to the infield.
We are in the moto number 40, 10-12 cruiser class. Moto 40 is 10-12 cruiser class, and we got to try to see if we've got Alan Hale out in front of this one. Let me take a peek and see who we got. Oh, we got them banging together. I missed the numbers. Moms and dads, you get to call it. We're going to go to Lenny Baticki.
Race number 41, 18-year-old expert Travis Mabassa's Mr. McGee riding for Coastal, cranking up towards the triple jump. McGee just won. He's got 13F. John Flannery from Ohio in second. It's McGee on the back turn. Travis looking towards Holt, last year's national number 2, pushing it again this year. Up and over the finals, he's got Flannery and a Magnum Force rider in third. It's going to be McGee. 2-time world champion Hutch Factory rider Charlie Townsend into the turn with J.J. Jarrett just as behind him. It's Townsend riding for today's sponsor. Charlie Townsend, the fleeing Korean, into the back turn. Justice is not on him. On a Cyclocraft rider moving into the third spot. Could be Harden. As they come down the back straightaway, the big world champion number 1 in front for Hutch. It's going to be Townsend with Justice right to his side. It's Townsend, Justice, Harden. Second turn action, Ray McNally now riding for Stud in second with Bruno third. It's McNally and Bruno and a Chippendales rider. Brad Ray Ray joining that club in on the back turn. Here comes Bruno, put an elbow around him. WP instead. Local at Coral, Frank Chippendale rider now snapping in there for second. It's Bruno kicking it in down the back straightaway. Jason and Ray. McNally coming up to the side. WP and Stud side by side. Race 44 now. 18X in the corn sausages. All a good food from last year. 18X is ready to come down again.
Watch your right.
Kids down on these guys on the outside. The newest Hardy's rider, Big Dog Chica. No independent for long on this guy. Last year's national number 2 puts a foot out. He's got everybody miles behind him. Rider number 18 is Murray Cummings from Alabama in the second spot. Chica now flying up into the top turn. Rest like Cal Yarborough now. Open over the triples. It's Big Doug getting that style. He's not known for it, but hey, it's the Grants. He's going to push it. Comes in second, the Alabama rider. Into the back turn. Doug taking around, saying he's got the best racing up and down and all around, just like Hardy. In and over, it's the finish line. Chica coming third place, pushing hard. Next gate down, race number 45, 18-year-old Eckford. A couple thirds of the World Championship for the lead rider. It's Todd Corbett, the Zellwood kid, riding from Murray Jolly Rancher in front of one of those Flesh Hour riders. Think that's hot. Oh yeah, Fleet Street, hot action in the second spot. Couple practice track racers out there in front. Corbett, last year's national number 1, turning it on down. Will he pop a 360 in the back straightaway like last year? Oh, not this time. Just going to finish up. It's Corbett and Potts. Next gate down the other Flesh Hour rider. That's Siebert in front. Craig Siebert, the master of disaster. I don't think guy is on his pedals a whole moto ever. It's Siebert and Vincentes with a crit plate rider. Guess that's Savage there. Mikey Savage in third for part of this weekend sponsor, Crit Plate. In second, Vincente. Coming out of the turn, it's going to be Siebert, number 3 from Missouri. One of those Missouri outlaws up and over to the finish line. The Crit Plate rider, Savage, finishing second. Race number 48, 18-year-old expert, free agent rider in front. It's Jeff Donnell. Eric Bartolas, team Madonna. No Sean Pence in front of him. He's just got Donnell. Free agent, Cyclecraft, 1 and 2. Into that back turn. Looks like the Toledo rider snapping in there for a third now. It's Big Robbie Spencer. As they hit on the back turn, Donnell for free agent. Cyclecraft, Bartolas, right there on him. The Barber of Seville pushing Donnell. It's going to finish up, though. Jeffy Donnell and Eric Bartolas. Looks like Richard Ross popping the third. Race number 49 now. More 18-year-old experts out on the turn. Rider number 78 in front for the moment. 78-year-old leader. Don't have him on the sheet. Think it's Marlon Pearson now as they crank around number 11 snaking up in there in effect. 11 now holding it into the 2 spot as they go into the back turn. Looks like GT's Hall now slipping back up there. Must have had the lane start of all time as they come down the back straightaway. Hall trying to make it up. It's 78 in front. Hall's going to back down and take the third. Next gate down, Norman Bike. Lakeland rider in front. Norman riding the JRP colors. There's Marlon Pearson. Oh, maybe I was in a wrong moto last time. It's Bike and Pearson in front. Bike into that back turn. Norman kicking it in. Part of that Knob Hill connection, people. It's Mike Pearson. Pearson getting snaked for second. Next race now, race number 50, 18-year-old expert as they crank out on the second turn. Rider number 75, your leader. I think it's Kevin Fletcher. Fletcher, your leader with Pat McDonald from Massachusetts. The Columbia rider, Roger McLeod, sitting there in third for Mr. C.
Jim McAfee to the tower, please. Jim McAfee to the tower.
McLeod in third, Fletcher back to fourth. I think McDonald took it at the line. Race number 51, Will Mylar, the director of having all that fun at the race, doing it at the front. Montgomery, Alabama rider, Will Miller, cranking into the back turn. Find out who's behind him. It's one of those JRP riders. Yep, and over to the finish line, rider number 48. I think that's Rob Fastag. Fastag gonna take second. Next gate, 52-17 experts, Mikey King, Billy Griggs. King riding the hard. Last year's national number 1, King cranking on into that back turn. Billy Griggs, team 747, the red line rider. As they crank on down towards the finish, it's gonna be 1 and 1. King and Griggs with a DK rider finishing third. 53 has rider number 98 in front of it. 98, Jeffy Jones out of New Jersey. Michael West rider in there with him. Chris Kelly. Kelly in second, getting snapped by Elliott. Elliott now, the Pennsylvania rider. In front, it's Jones out of Elliott. As they come across the finals, Elliott, the MCS rider, pushing hard. It's going to be Jones and Elliott 1 and 2. Race number 54, 17-year-old expert TNT's Robbie Hughes. Up and over into the back turn. Hughes cranking down the finish straightaway. David Babb, South Carolina rider, sitting in second. It's Babb, Jason Hughes, TNT X Bud Like Dynamite, going to take the win. Hughes, Babb, race number 55, cranking around the second turn, rider number 37. That's a national 37. Nick Trombetta in front. On Lynch sitting there in third. It's Trombetta in front of the back section. Could be Nuccio in there for second. It's Trombetta in front as they finish up. It's going to be Trombetta. Lynch back for third. Race 56, 17-year-old expert premium team rider Mondo Hopkins in front. Mondo taking those Burger King orders between motos. Up and over on the light bike. It's a Mondo Hopkins cranking out in front. I think that could be Rostowski. Nope, Russ is all picking up the pieces in the back. It's Hopkins, though, and front cranking down the back straightaway. That's the way it's going to finish with Amando. Mitch Watson in for second. Race number 57, Frank Amadio in front for a stud. Amadio now up the triples with Waterbury, this year's hippie action, in second for WR. It's stud, WR, and the air shot rider, Donnie Neon Higher in third. Down the back straightaway, studs Amadio, part of that former Ringling bike connection. It's Amadio, Waterbury, and Higher going right at it to the bike.
Are you ready? Watch the light.
Race 58, 17-year-old expert outside, chicken winging it to the max there for Eaglestick. Ronnie Skywalker. Walker now cranking out on the first turn with 28 right behind him. It's Walker and Pete Hauser. Hauser there out of Fort Misery in second. Here comes Billy Al now. Al, the DK rider, hot up and over the triples. Walker feeling the heat, takes the peak back. It's Walker and Al with Hauser in third. On out of it last year's national number 10 and national number 4 in a battle. Over the jump, it's going to be Ronnie, Billy, and Pete. Race number 59 out of the first turn, Jamison Hendler, last year's world champion. Hendler now riding for Schwinn. Big James up and into the turn with the Columbus Schwinn rider, Cottefelder. Cottefelder in second. Indiana local. I didn't think that could be Tony Lehman. It sure is. Team Fort Misery again strike. Out of the turn, though, the Schwinn rider. Big Jamison Hendler from Grand Rapids, Michigan, practicing this week in 30-degree weather up there. He takes the win. Race number 60, 17-year-old expert, Bob Dylan and Diley in front for Coastal. Diley now cranks into the back turn with Eddie Willett. Willett from Alabama, feeling some heat there. One of those Northeast riders out of the Peddler in Lansdale, giving it to him. That's Davey Clymer. Clymer's no nice guy on the track. Oh, but he goes down. It's going to be Diley and the Alabama rider Willett. 61, 17-year-old expert Glenn Pavlovsky. Pavlovsky up and over with Tommy Kolodziejski. Now, what a moto there. Pavlovsky and Kolodziejski, but they just get snapped in there by Puglin, snaking in there for a second. It's Big Glenn riding the elf colors in front. Cyclocraft, bicycle plus rider Kolodziejski crossing the line. Race number 62, 17-year-old expert in front. Of course, it's going to be Kenny Ockles, but he goes down sliding. Rider number 84 taking over to the lead is Chris Cundiff from Ohio. Cundiff and Frank Nuccio. Nuccio now in there for second. I think that's Jimmy Leach from the bike box in third. Up and over, it's Cundiff, still your leader out of the Buckeye. In front, where have I heard that one? Cundiff into that back turn. Nuccio trying to go high, trying to go low, the Sundance rider. As they crank on down the back straightaway, Marty's is going to take it. That's Cundiff. Nuccio right to the finish, but it was Cundiff. Race 63, 17-year-old expert class. The end of Gonzo's summer, but out in front, it's Jimmy Brick Wall. Wall now, into the turn. He's the muck in America. Big Jim for Reggie Toledo. Up and over the step jump into turn number 2. Wall now cranks right on out of it. Time was designed with Jimmy in mind. We'll see if he can make it around here. Rider number 14, Mikey Nathanson in second for Columbia. Columbia bike rider in the 2 spot. Reggie Toledo's Wall. Oh, making things scary there. Big Jimmy Brick Wall down the back straightaway. Rider number 63. He's going to make it a happy pup for them. It's Nathanson second, 17 and over novice. Crashing one right beside us here. Out of the turn, it's 27 and 55 going at it. 27, the guy in the inside, I think it's Andrew Goldston from New York. As they come out of the turn, Goldston and the double nickel of Jimmy Hott. Goldston cranks it on into the back turn. It's High in second. Not one of those stuffing shirts riders trying to come in there. It's High and Golston as they come down the back straightaway. Excuse me, it's Joseph Allen's your leader. I'm reading a 2 with a 7. It's going to be Joey Allen, the Ohio racer, taking the win.
Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Race number 65, 17-year-old novices up and over the first little step jump. I would like to see these guys take the pro section as they come in and around the turn. 44 is Norman Fish. Norman Fish and Melvin Lewis. Melvin Lewis, he was up in Pittsburgh doing real well. Fish action in front, riding the MRC colors. Like that Ronnie Anderson jersey. Gregory Larzabal in there in front. Excuse me, that's Larzabal. We got a couple 44s. Larzabal for MRC Racing. Turning it on down. Mike Redmond's going to be all happy. Larzabal, Fish in the 2 spot. That's the way they're going to finish. Race 66, last gate, a 17-year-old novice. Rider number 47 in front, Joe Harkowitz. Harkowitz up the triple. Behind him is Billy Yates. Mountain bike extraordinary rider Joe Harkowitz hits that back turn on a BMX bike. Looking good in front from Pennsylvania. Part of that Dirty Harry's racing team. It's going to be Harkowitz finishing up with the win. Next gate down, 16-year-old expert. Got a Columbia rider. I think it's Derek Johnson. Rider number 08. That sure is. It's Johnson. And 16 is David McCorris. McCorris now wanting Johnson as they hit him on the back turn. The red, white, and blue, the Columbia racer. Nelson now flips up into third. It's Johnson in front. McCorris behind him. And Nelson. McCorris pushing hard, but it's going to be Johnson.
Go, guys. Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Mr. Shanner lets him go. We've got 16 experts all over the place. Eric Carter, the Hutch rider, not having a good start. Out in front, it's Team Cyclocraft Tech. Todd Mitchell. He's got the Richie bike rider right behind him. That's the big guy out of the Northeast. There he is, E. Brown. It's Mitchell and Brown as Tex is just stomping hard on the pedals up the treble step. Here comes Carter, the world champion. It's Brown, Jason Mitchell, but Carter's all over him. Out of the last turn, Team Tex looking towards home. Can he get there in front? Carter now on a Honda just about. As we go find Mitchell down the back straightaway, it's going to be the Hutch rider, Carter, taking it away from Mitchell and Brown. Next gate down, Team WR in front. Race number 69, rider number 14 in front. That's big. Mark Lincoln out of Connecticut. Lincoln, I think he's got Marty Yackel in there in second. For different folks in Wilwer, as they crank out of it, Yackel taking the turn a lot better. We'll see if he can make it up. Lincoln in front, Yackel right there beside him. Oakley to Amy. It's going to be Lincoln and Yackel. Scoring tent. Andre Marcher needed at the scoring tent. Race number 70, 16-year-old expert outside, inside. It looks like Beverman, Team 7-11. Not if you would the last immigrant grocer on earth. Out in front, it's Beverman cranking right around. Number 85 is Mike Moore. As they go into it, it's Beverman in front. Beverman now cranking on up and over it. How about a glazed donut to go? In front, Team 7-11 is Beverman. Down into the back turn, Scotty Beverman looking on down. He's got 85 behind him. That's Mike Moore. It's going to be Moore chasing Beverman. Race number 71, 16.
That's right.
Race number 71, gets them on all this, guys. 31 cranking in front. That's somebody out of Sundance. Rider number 31 is Ross McMahon. McMahon with Jimmy Fred Sanford. Red G in front, riding for Good Razor. Team Barry's in second behind McMahon. Sanford haunting him as they come down towards the triple step. The former Seminole local going by him. It's McMahon now dropping back to second, up to first again. Sanford can't get all the way around him. Sundance and Team Barry's hitting it hard into the back turn. It's going to be McMahon and Sanford down towards the finish line. Old Jim can't catch Russ. It's going to be McMahon first, Sanford second. Race number 72. Everybody moving there. It's Coleman, the destroyer. Spike now hitting the jump in front. Oh, on the seat, though. He's not happy about that. Cranking around. Laser Lonnie Tatton takes it over for pedal power. Tatton and Pickney with a Waldorf rider sandwiched in between. It's Laser Lon and rider number 97 now. Lawrence Stapleton. Stapleton holds on to the hot number 2 spot ahead of Pickney, the Hardy's rider. Laser Lon blasted into the back turn. Team Hawaii as he turns around. It's going to be number 64, Lonnie Tatton, turning up towards home. Tatton in front. Pickney going to finish third. Stapleton in second.
Be ready. Watch the light.
expert class. Everybody moving good. Rider number 85C taking over the lead. That's Chris Klein. Klein into the turn. Another Waldorf rider. It's Klein and 38 Rick Hipwell out of Pennsylvania. Hipwell fitting in second. Klein in front. Cranking down the third straightaway. Hipwell in there with Klein. Klein out in front, cranking into the back turn. Crow now onto the top tube. It's Hipwell in second. Klein and Bitbender. Bitbender in there for third. Cool Dave as they come down toward the finish line. Chris Hipwell, race number 74, 16-year-old expert dribbler in front. Big Sean. Sean riding for profile. Behind him, that's Brett Ergang, number 14. No, excuse me, it's Kevin Ganotti. Ganotti now snaking in there. It's Riblet and Ganotti with 33 behind him. Danielle Price from California. Crank on into the back turn. It's Sean Riblet still in front with the profile cars. Wailing it out of there, turning it towards the scores. Riblet and Ganotti, 1 and 2. Race number 75, 16-year-old experts. Rider number 18 is Thomas doing it for stud. Thomas in front, that's Chris out of Miami. Somebody on him in second, rider number 33, Chris Applegate from Ohio. Thomas and Applegate, 1 and 2 up the triple. Thomas into the back turn, doing it for Team Stud. Applegate in second. Somebody trying to sneak in there for third. It's rider number 74. That's Kevin Falvin, or John Favlin. It's going to be Thomas and Applegate, 1 and 2. Race number 76, more 16-year-old experts into the turn. Blake Roby went high and lost the first spot. Rider number 16 taking it over, Jody Donnelly from Indiana. Here goes Roby down to the inside. Donnelly sticking a paw out right in front of him, saying, no, you're not going to get it that easy. Got a DK rider trying to get in there with him. Roby still sitting back in there trying to get it. He ain't going to make it. It's Donnelly in front. Donnelly, and now a Hardee's rider coming on. Where's somebody from Wisconsin? It's Tommy Dean in second. Yeah, that's how we can tell. It's Donnelly and Dean, 1 and 2, and they're going to cross the line that way with a DK rider right there for third. Race number 77, 16-year-old expert class. Coming out of the turn, rider number 25 is Eugene Schmidt from Wisconsin. Schmidt up and over the triple. Somebody going towards the pro section. Schmidt in front, race number 77 into that back turn. Schmidt cranking around down towards the back straightaway. Rider number 25 and 37 there with him. 37 is Keith McHugh. McHugh from Georgia feeling some kind of race number 78. Everybody cranking on up. It's Danny Milway. Practice those starts and get the whole shot into the turn ahead of Sean Callahan. Harrell rider leading 0-9. It's Milway and Kid Callahan. I'll play cranking on the turn. Danny Milway. Practice with Tommy Brackens. This will do it for you. Danny Milway up the triples. Yeah, he made all three. Kid Callahan behind him. Callahan just practicing with the military just about. This kid's built like a Marine. I'll play crank down the back straightaway. It's going to be Callahan for 0-9 chasing Danny Milway, the Harlow rider. Next race down, rider number 82 in front. Race number 79, 16 experts. 82 is Mike Morton from Alabama. Morton in front, rider number 36 there with him. 36 is Brian Thompson from Connecticut. Alabama leading Connecticut into that back section. Thompson in second. Out in front, Michael Morton, Team M&M, turning it towards the scores. 82, the Alabama rider. It's going to be Morton and Thompson. Race number 80 now, 16-year-old expert. Out in front, rider number 16. Must be Scotty Johnson. Johnson up and into the turn. 16 in front, or it could be Alan Foster. That's who it is. It's Foster in front. As they turn it towards home, we've got a coastal rider slipping in the second. Rider number 20, Keith Barnett from Tennessee. That's going to be Barnett. Hold on for the two.
Watch the light.
Race 81, more 16-year-old experts. Gas down on the ace, guys. The flying freckle on the outside is Phil Gaines. Kennedy, though, from Louisiana, the Raleigh rider now takes over the lead. It's Kennedy and Gaines. Raleigh had a swing with rider number 76, the Stephen Church rider. Lacadis in third. Lacadis, one double big guys. It's Kennedy in front. You don't see this guy at many nationals, but you know he's usually in front. Chris Kennedy, Phil Gaines, Lacadis now out of the back turn. Kennedy riding for Raleigh, looking towards home. He's ahead of the Schwinn rider, flying freckle, Phil Gaines, up and over to the fifth. It's going to be Kennedy and Gaines. Next gate down, rider number 1, Matt Hayden. Wants this guy all over the track with Gene LaBerge in second. Hayden LaBerge, free agent, and GT 1 and 2 with Coastal's Frankie Hoggard in third. Halfway crank on to the finish. Matt Hayden, Style, and Air going to finish up for free agent. LaBerge and Hoggard. Next race down, race number 83, 16-year-old experts coming out of the turn, rider number 75. 75 is David Gaddis from California. Gaddis, your leader, Mr. Peace rider, climbing it up there in a second. It's Gaddis now. Gaddis has 2-3 riders go down. Gaddis turning it towards home. Team California, rider number 97, Brian Chadrick in there for Indiana. It's going to be Indiana, Jason the Cal guy. Next race down, race number 84, 16 experts, team stud. Think it's James Dean. James Dean with JJ Psycho Green riding for DV now in a second. Dean and Green with the Sundance rider in there. From Illinois, Bruce Biverly. Biverly sitting in the 3 spot. It's Dean for Team Stud. J.J. Green second. Race number 85, 16-year-old experts in front. Number 89, Wesley Helton from Florida. Helton in front of a Funway racer. 22 is Team Funway. Michael Fernandez in second. Out in front, though, Team MCS racer, cranking right along on the track. Wesley Helton, somebody going down right by the tower. It's Helton looking towards the scores. Helton in front, Persnick and DeBello. X number 86, 16-year-old experts. Rider number 26 in front of it, John Lendner from Pennsylvania. 24 behind him, it's Lendner and Darwin Smock on Lendner. Smock trying to find a way around as they turn it in. Down towards the finish line straight. It's Smock in second. Lendner in front. Lendner and Smock. Smock and Lendner. It's going to be Lendner. Race number 87, 16-year-old novices. In front, Engel, your leader. Jeremy Engel from Indiana, the Hoosier leading it. 87 behind him. 27 is Frankie Johnson from North Carolina. Engel and Johnson, 16-year-old novices, race number 87 finishing up out there. Engel, Johnson, 1 and 2. Race 88, 15-year-old experts, rider number 30 in front. Aaron Austin from Kentucky. Aaron Austin, your leader, but I think it's Fairbanks now cranking in second. Austin and Fairbanks over on to Jeff Frederick. That's the other number 30. There's a couple 30s out there. Frederick, he's the Hutchco-sponsored rider in front. Hutch Bikes doing it in front of the Grand Nationals. Frederick, your leader from Pennsylvania. Fairbanks, hold on, trying to stay there for a second. I think he got past. Race number 89, 15-year-old expert. Funway rider, Harry, Midnight Express, WR rider, chasing right around is Eric Turner. Turner in second behind Knight. Iowa leading Connecticut. Smith, as somebody loses a tire here, thought I was on Miami Vice for a second getting shot. It's going to be Knight and Turner. Race number 90, 15-year-old expert out of the turn, rider number 65. 65 is Bobby Ivanella. Ivanella, big, almost an endo there. He's got Rio pushing hard for second, slips back to third. Ronnie blaming on Rio, had a hot Grands last year. I think he won Cruiser here. Rider number 65, Kearns in second. It's Ivanella in front. Ivanella's going to do it for the peddler. Rio finally gets in a second.
Watch wide.
Jake down, Korean on the inside for Titan. Mikey Korean, Team Coral Springs hits the turn first. He's got an Ohio rider, Billy Jones, cranking for Whitman. Whitman's leading in the shot point. As we go into the turn, Titan ahead of Whitman. Find out who's in third later on. It's Tracy Elmore. Michael Korean up and over. Team Ozzy Osbourne, the Blizzard of Korean into the back turn. Korean and Jones now. Korean looking around, saying no problems on this one. He's going to take that crazy right on in. It's Korean for Titan. Next gate down, Craig Reynolds Rapp in front. Talking about Rapp action, it's Reynolds now. He's got some major company inside from rider number 35. I think it's V.J. Roberts from New York. Reynolds in red. Wonder if he's got a Run DMC shirt on underneath that jersey. Up and over the triples, it's Reynolds and Roberts with Boy now sitting in third. Does he have Sanford's pants on there in third? Into that back turn, it's Reynolds and Roberts with Boy. Cranking down towards the finish line. It's going to be Reynolds for the win. Next gate down, race number 93, 15-year-old experts into the turn. David McKnight. Remember this guy jumping at Pittsburgh? You don't need to go around the hay bales. You go over him. stud rider, McKnight, your leader. Coca-Cola racer behind him, rider number 46, Dustin Easter. Easter gets the wave. In there in second, it's McKnight and Easter. As they turn into the back turn, McKnight still your leader. Behind him is Easter.
We need Frankie Hogard and Paul Blunt. Frankie Hogard and Paul Blunt from Moto 82 to scoring.
Steve Dillard in front for BC. Team California racer in front. It's Dillard. Race number 94, 15-year-old expert. 4 riders going down at once over the triples. In front, it's Dillard. Behind him, rider number 28. 28 racer there is Mike Hatfield from Alabama. Hatfield going to cruise it on in. Race number 95, 15 expert sitting in the gate.
Right.
15 expert gate. It's down. It's Matt George, Hank Bofus, Williams pulling in the lead. First stud. He's got the wooden wheels. Rider Paul Preston to the outside. Williams and Preston, 17 and 15. Couple national numbers out there doing battle in turn number 2. Williams sticks a foot out and Preston goes by on the inside. Paul Preston taking it over for wooden wheels. Up the triple. Can Williams hang on to it? Williams going to the inside. Oh, like that move. Right by the paramedics. Preston gets back around him. Williams doing a smart thing. He knew he got past at the wrong time. It's Preston and Williams with 31. Mark Detweiler from Pennsylvania. Next gate down. Barnett, not Barry McManus. In front for the premium piece. It's got somebody there from free agent right on him. Team free agent in second. It's John, former hippie Hamilton, going to the inside. Get a haircut and get in front. Rider number 5, the Texas rider Hamilton for free agent. Got to take it away from McManus. As they cross the line, it's Hamilton, McManus. Race number 97, 15-year-old expert. Rider number 42 in front. 42 is Jeremy White from Alabama. Alabama racer White. It's White, your leader, as they crank into the back turn. White's got it right now. Rider number 26 there behind him. 2-6 in second. It's going to be White for the win.
You're ready. Watch the light.
Race number 98 gets down. Gant trying to find a way out of it with Eagle's Neck. Number 78 now challenging is Derek Fink from Missouri. Missouri rider back to second. Now Bernard Gant pulling away for the Brew Crew. Team Eagle's Neck leading in the factory point shape. Gant goes down. That could be trouble for Eagle's Neck. Rider number 74, Tim Boring from Ohio, taking over the lead. Boring as Fink held on a second. Fink now casting it, trying to get up there towards the lead. It's Boring and Fink into the back turn. Boring turns it towards home. Got a present, went from third to first. Rider number 74, it's Boring as Fink's going to hold on to the 2 spot. Race number 99, rider number 34 in front. Gary Sales from Florida. Team Daytona 500. Cranking around at Searles with rider number 20 there, Dan Wiley. Wiley is second for Team Heavy Metal. As they go into the third, it's Searles and Wiley. Gary Martin in third from Alabama. Turning it towards home, it's Searles still in front. Another one of those guys that doesn't make a lot of nationals, but is always in front. Race number 100, we've hit the century mark. 1/3 of the way through, almost. In front, Team CW, Robert McPherson on Birdwell on the second place rider there. In front, it's McPherson. Second place, challenging there. Birdwell going around and trying to on the outside. Brad's not going to do it. It's McPherson, the CW rider. Gibson in second. Robert and Gibson with Brad. X-Race 10115 expert. Dijon Warling. Another one of those 7-Eleven immigrant grocers up the treble step. Dijon Whirling in front. Dijon cranking into the back turn. Whirling now, looking towards home. Wow, it's Dijon and rider number 68, Pennington. It's Whirling in front. Race number 102 on the track. 102 as the former world champion Hutch Factory rider Chris Backus out of Seattle, Washington. Up the triples. Backus, your leader. Independent 09 rider sitting in second. Backus just cranking away from him on one of those Hutch Chrome Ollie bikes. Turning it towards home. 09 in front for Hutch. It's Backus. 5 come on, it's the Grand. Yes, to staging as soon as you can. Race number 103, 15-year-old experts Russo on the inside, trying to find out who's on the outside for you. Mikey Russo out of Fort Lauderdale, cranking around there. Number 60W alongside him, Richard Immel out Indiana. It's Russo and Immel as they crank around the turn. Big Mikey picking up the light blue team colors of Cyclecraft. And up and in, Immel in second. Immel, the independent rider, as they look towards the final turn. It's Russo and Immel cranking down towards the finish line. Russo in front. Immel's not going to challenge him. Mike's going to take it. Race number 104, 32 and 14. 32, your leader is Raymond Rogers from Orlando. 14, though, going to the outside, Richard O'Brien. O'Brien taking it away from Rogers. O'Brien and Rogers now back turn action. O'Brien, the O-Show, going to take the win ahead of Rogers. No, O'Brien goes down, snaps the pedal. It's Billy Steele coming from nowhere to win it. Rogers now back there. 10 and 11-year-old open Hutch rider, Team CAW. Both guys going in it. It's the Lunatic on the inside in the red, white, and blue. But to the outside, Jason Donnell, CW Racing. Donnell powering around the Lunatic. Hardy's rider back there for third. Team Hardy's going to hold on. It's going to be Donnell and the Lunatic. 70. The lights are on.
Come up. Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Race 106, little guys coming up and over. Number 09L in the Robinson colors. Darren Levatt from Indiana. Levatt now in front. Levatt with 52E behind him. I guess it's Chris Udaley from Texas. Udaley for free agent, chasing the Robinson rider up towards the triple step. Udaley going by. No, he goes down right towards the pro section. Pennsylvania Rad Pack rider now taking it over. Team PA is Robert Stock. Stock going to the outside. Stock takes the lead away. Rad Pack Racing pulling the lead. It's Rad Pack Stock now in front. Team Pittsburgh. Diamondback colors going to cross for second.
Watch the light.
Race 107 on the track. McCullough on the inside trying to hold somebody off. Former champion there. Into the turn. We've got new leaders left and right. It's rider number 89. Racer number 89. It's Raymond Caswell from Pennsylvania. Caswell at front. Rider number 27 behind him. Caswell and Kevin Bowen. Caswell, Bowen, McCullough. 1, 2, 3 into the back turn. Caswell up and over those final whoops as they hit into the back section. Caswell and Bowen still going at it. Caswell, Bowen 1 and 2 over the last one. Caswell's going to get it. Bowen and McCullough side by side. I think Little Matt got it. 1, 0, 8, 10, 11-year-old open profile colors. Paul Santero and Craig Russell, the coastal rider, going by the inside, taking the lead over for Homer's Heroes. It's Russell now in front. Craigie Russell, another Pennsylvania rider, doing it for Coastal. Behind him is Paul Santero. Santero still coming on hard, but it's Russell. Jay Beck Sr. to the infield. Jay Beck Sr. to the infield. Now 1, 0, 9, 10, 11-year-old open Snoopy Croupy in front. Rider number 18, Jeff Quintana from Nevada. It's Titan and Raleigh 1 and 2. I was like crank down the third straightaway. The little guy with the big haircut, Snoopy Croupy. BMX up in Croupy Quintana. Rupi and Quintana now in and out of the back turn. Ryan's got this one as Quintana's right behind him, but I think Ryan can hold him off. It's going to be Rupi and Little Jeff. Race number 111, race number 13 in front. Race number 13 is Brian Moore. This is race 110 on the track. Moore and Gibson. Moore and 22 in second, in he leads. Excuse me, the Mongolian Stomper sitting back there on the 2 spot. Moore and Lee with the Whitman's rider, Bobby Milkins in third. It's going to be Moore, Lee, and Milken now on the 111. 10, 11-year-old open class out of the turn. Rider number 64 in front. 64 is Tommy Ainsworth. Ainsworth, your leader. Pennsylvania rider behind him is Rick Good. Ainsworth Ainsworth and Good with Team Chippendales now coming on hard. Ainsworth in front, rider number 20, Frankie Colbeck in second. Ainsworth, Colbeck feeling it from the Chippendales rider at the line. I don't know who got what. Oh, right into the scoring area. It's Ainsworth taking the win. 1, 12, 10, 11-year-old open. That's Carl Burrows. Burrows catching a big air, coming back after a broken bone earlier this summer. Burrows in front. Behind him, Mitch Watkins, the profile rider. Burrows and Watkins, stud leading profile. Stud in front towards the finish line. It's going to be Carl and Mitch. Race number 1, 13, 15-year-old class. 15 novices. Team Kuahara in front. Rider number 11. 11 in front is Scott Warberley. Winterpiece Greenwood in second. Warberley and Greenwood. Warberley riding the Kuahara colors. Wonder if he's neighbors with Dave Caldan into that turn. Warberley in front. Greenwood. Greenwood cranking in and out of the back turn. 27 in third. Andrew Pasnick. Warberley gonna win it 1:14.08 in front. Jeffrey Milken from Michigan. Milky in front, rider number 96 behind him. Mark Hilberger from Connecticut. Hilberger riding a hot race. Hilberger coming to the outside. Milky in front. Hilberger trying to find a way around him. 15-year-old novices. Milky Hill in the lead. Hilberger second. That's the way those guys are going to finish the race. 1:15, more 15-year-old novices out of the turn. Rider number 17 and 30 side by side. 17 is Mengel. Llewellyn in there with him. Mike Mengel and Llewellyn as they come down the track with 17 of Mike Mengel in front. Team Pennsylvania on another turn. Looks like a Rick Palmer replica in that wild green colors. Going into the back turn. Mengel, Llewellyn finding problems back there. Mengel still your leader. We'll find out who's in second. It's 0-4 now. 0-4. Gonna take the 2. Mengel for the win. Race number 116, 15-year-old novices. In the turn number 1 of the Hut Strictly Grand National. Rider number 17 in front. James Milling from Georgia. The Peach State. In front, it's Milling. 06 in second. Mike Potter from Michigan. Milling and Potter now off the triple. Milling, Potter getting sideways, but still out of the 2 spot. Probably going on the back turn. Milling still in control. Potter in second. Milling, Potter still cranking around. Potter coming on hard over the final jump. Potter, Milling. Milling's going to pull away with it. 1:17, last gate of 15-year-old novices. Turn number 2. Looks like Duval, Mike Duval from Kentucky in front. Duval and 82, Frankie Brothers. Duval going down. Brothers getting into that action. We've got a new leader. Duval up and going already. Find out who our guy is in front in the highway jersey. Rider number 75, it's Norman Mims, another Kentucky rider. Mims going to get to the finish line in front. 14-year-old experts, race 1, 18 TNT rider. Rider number 28 in front. Mark Zaleski. Zalewski is your leader, TNT racer. I think we've got a Canadian behind him. Mike Chansley. Mike Clancy over the lead as Zalewski goes down. Clancy now in front for the Maple Leaf Country. As they turn it around, Clancy's got it, 87 in second. That's Johnny Miller. Clancy and Miller, 1 and 2 across the line. Rider, race number 119, 14-year-old experts. Gibby Grainer in front. Grainer is your leader. Find out who the guy is in second. 77, Kevin Dobbin. Dobbin there in the second spot. Grainer, a big first there for the New Jersey rider. Big Gibby Grainer now cranking on down towards the finish line. It's Grainer ahead of Kevin. Race number 120, 14-year-old expert. Jason Theodore, your leader. Theodore and Heido now. What size is Heido? He's actual size. In second for JRP. Michael Kraft, JRP, and Whitman's now into the back turn. Theodore looking to score big here. National number 9 last year. It's Theodore, Heido, and the Whitman's racer. Right to the line. Heido almost got Theodore.
Kerry Knight. Kerry Knight, go to scoring with your bicycle. Kerry Knight to scoring with your bike.
121 now on the track. More 14-year-old experts. Kenny Hawk getting elbowed all over the place, but he's in front. Rider number 107 is Todd Barber from North Carolina in second. Bike box racer in front is Hogg. Down the third straightaway. Hogg now starting to stretch it out. Getting that style. It's Hogg and Barber into the back section. Kenny Hogg, the new orange jersey on for the former Hot Independent. It's Hogg, your leader. Behind him is Barber. Hogg and Barber with 21. Jonathan Smitter. Race 122, more 14-year-old experts. Rider number 16 in front. It's 16. That's George Salzman, David Foster. Foster, your leader for Mr. C. 26 behind him. That's Salzman. Foster and Salzman now bringing it on towards home. Mr. C is going to win this one. 1, 2, 3, 14-year-old extras out of the turn. National number 1, Robert Lincourt for Eagle Snack. Up the jump.
Okay, is everybody ready?
16 and 31 behind him. It's Joe Tippett in second. It's Tippett, Jason Lincourt. Eagle Snack attack with a crit plate on as they cross towards the finish. It's Lincourt and Tippett. Race number 1, 24, 14-year-old expert. Shan LeMan Hatfield riding for GT with a crit plate in front. It's Hatfield now stomping hard on the pedals. He's got a free agent rider right there with a Parnell Haley from Texas. Haley now chasing the Georgia rider, Hatfield. Shan in front of Parnell, free agent chasing GT. As they crank down the back straightaway, it's going to be Hatfield. Haley almost losing it, but he's got it. 125, 14-year-old expert Schwinn and FTC Racing. We know all about that. It's Cunningham. Juan Cunningham, Team Iowa. Hard rockin', slam dancing in front. Rider number 4 is Juan Cunningham. He's got comp on the outside. Cunningham.
Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, is everybody ready? Watch the light. Relax.
Be careful.
Watch the light.
26 gates down for the second time. Elliott and Lyons. Lyons out in front. It's got double perfects going into the grand. Trying to keep things going is your leader for Whitman. Todd Lyons, one hot rad little dude out of Columbus, Ohio, into the turn ahead of Elliott. Elliott just moved from Florida to North Carolina. Remember seeing him in BMX action. Up and in and over the triple. It's Lyons and Elliott. We've got an FC rider. I think that's Lopes now. Brian Lopes getting around Elliott. It's Whitman's SE and MCS. As they come down on the finish line, Todd Lyons getting another perfect moto at least here. Race number 1, 27, 14-year-old experts. Winning the first one for Todd. In front, 127, 14 exits. Brainer Matthews in front. End of the turn, race 127, 14 exits. It's Matthews, your leader. 44 behind him is Mel White from Washington. White and Matthews. Matthews taking it. Race 128, 14-year-old expert. Fool Joe Spurrier in the lead, getting that style. Doing Elvis for us into that back turn. It's Spurrier out of Memphis. Cranking into the back section. Got somebody right behind him, though, now. 88 there chasing him down. It's Wild Nick Freeman. Freeman going to finish second behind Spurrier. Race number 129, 14-year-old experts. Rider number 24 in front, Dan Lender from Indiana. Big Dan Columbus Schwinn rider. Team Columbus into that back section. Columbus Schwinn Racing, turning it towards home. Find out who's in second for you. 63, that's the guy there. Bob Birksoff from Michigan. It's Lindner and Birksoff with a GT rider finishing third. Race number 130, 14-year-old experts. Chris Willis from Maryland. Richie rider. Willis and Chad Miller now, or Chad Seavar, excuse me. It's Willis and Seavar into that back section. Chris Willis, Team Richie Bikes, turning it on towards home. Willis and Seavar, 1-2 at the line. Race number 131, 14-year-old expert. Rider number 11 is Sam Arolano in the new Mongoose AXO factory gear. We've seen him all over. Sammy Arolano, the only rider alive to jump a helmet with a car, a rent-a-car. It's Arolano in front of the WP rider. It's Kevin Pear. Arolano and Pear with Swick now getting in there for second. 132, we got Gear Racing in front. 14-year-old extra. 80 is your leader, David Jim Morris. Jim Morris for Brad Vivoli now. Vivoli out of Alabama, the Hawaiian from Alabama. Going to take it for gold. Vivoli, Big Brad winning that 14 expert round. Race number 133. Race number 133, 14 experts. Rider number 12 hits the jump first. That's Jason Kick from Illinois. Jason Kick Still racing after all those years. Rider number 36 behind him, Todd Burdick from Texas. Burdick going high around. It's Kick in front with Burdick still second. Kick, Burdick, he's got some stuff on the outside. Roth now, Brian Roth from Alabama. Kick, Burdick, Roth, Illinois, Texas, Alabama. Jason down towards the finish line. Jason, quick kick's going to come across for the win. For Alabama rider Roth finishing second. Next race down on it. It's the NBL Grand, and these guys are coming in. Coming into that back turn as they crank around. Race number 141. Into that back section, hitting it hard. The rider in the 09 colors, rider number 14, still pushing hard at the NBL Grand. Number 14 in the neon colors. As they cross the line, the 14 wins it.
Watch the light.
Gauge down on more 14-year-old novices. We have no sheets on these guys. Rider number 8.